Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time you are watching this from. Welcome back. If you're here for the first time, thank you for choosing to tune in. So we continue to eat good in the Sussex squad as Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex made a royal surprise appearance on Monday night. So the Vancouver Canucks had a royal surprise on Monday. Prince Harry also performed the ceremonial puck drop before the game against San Jose's Sharks at Rogers Arena. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex received a warm welcome from the fans as they walked in, and also in clips where they were interacting with people in the stands. And when the Duke of Sussex especially stepped out for the ceremonial puck drop, it was just applause and such a fantastic atmosphere. So he dropped the puck between the Sharks forward Thomas Hertel and Canucks captain Ken Hughes. I hope I said the first name right. So they reflected on that moment after the game. The players were asked, and the Sharks forward said, quote, "It's a pretty cool moment. Anytime you have the chance to shake hands with Prince Harry, it was for sure a cool moment. Probably I'll never forget it," end quote. Prince Harry, who is the founder and patron of the Invictus Games Foundation, was in town to tour Vancouver and Whistler, which will host the 2025 Invictus Games. The event will take place from February the 8th to the 16th, 2025, where injured, sick, and wounded veterans from all over the world will compete in adaptive sporting events. Rogers Arena will also have the privilege of hosting the closing ceremony. So Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, was also joining her husband at the game. So the couple were all smiles as they stepped out. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, in an all-black ensemble, layering a coat and underneath what appears to be a J. Crew style top and black trousers as well. And her hair she wore down with a middle part. And she looked quite fresh-faced in all-black ensemble, and Prince Harry looking quite dapper in a long black coat, pairing it inside with a round neck jumper over a white shirt and black trousers, as well as his signature shoes of late. It seemed the crowd was quite happy to have them there, and as I said before, smiles, an amazing atmosphere, and of course the fact that this was to just celebrate the Invictus Games that will be next in Vancouver and in Whistler. I think that is fantastic. So also here, a quick tidbit of information. Prince Harry also followed in his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth's royal footsteps as he dropped the puck in the hockey game. And it was 21 years ago that the Queen, who passed in 2021 of September last year, made her own ceremonial puck drop at the same game, in fact, at the Canucks and Shark game in Vancouver. The National Hockey League rolled out the red carpet for the monarch during her visit on October the 6th, 2002, which was part of her 11-day tour of Canada in honor of her Golden Jubilee. Hockey legend Wayne Gretzky was on hand to present the Queen with the ceremonial puck, and the crowd erupted into cheers as the Queen, who carried her trusty black purse onto the ice, dropped the puck. She then made her way to the royal box to enjoy the first period of the game. So Prince Harry was there following in his grandmother's footsteps, and she had an amazing reception all that while ago. And she was quite well received as she did so all those years back. And we see that the same sentiment flows here for Prince Harry, because of course it's all for good. It's for the next Invictus Games. And it seems to be quite a royal circuit. It seems one has to have some kind of royal appellation to do this. The Queen, the King of Pop, and now Prince Harry have all taken part. Talk about a royal tour. Okay, I'm sorry. Of course, I'm being slightly facetious with that remark, but all in all, it is good to see Prince Harry following in Queen Elizabeth's footsteps, living a life of service, and he was also honored not only to drop that puck, but was a guest of honor with Meghan at the event. It seems to be the royal circuit. The happy-looking couple sat in a VIP box after Harry dropped the puck in the face-off between the teams, and others in the VIP box included local Indigenous leaders, BC Premier David Eby, and Tourism, Arts and Culture and Sports Minister Lana Popham. I hope I said that right. We saw many times the Jumbotron highlighting the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as they were in the stands, and they also chose to highlight the Invictus Games that will be held next. So Thomas spoke after the game about the experience of meeting the Duke, saying, quote, "I actually had to tell him to drop the puck because he keeps holding and smiling," end quote. And he also went on to say, quote, "I'd say it's time to drop it, but it's a cool moment for sure. I'll remember that one," end quote. And also the head coach, Rick, said he too had a brief interaction with Prince Harry. He said, quote, "I gave him a fist bump. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I did it and he did it. He kind of looked at me, but he did it," end quote. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex visit to Vancouver had not been revealed until the couple appeared at the rink. Amazing. That's also an interesting note. So what an incredible outing for Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, visit to Canada. And as I said before, in honor of the Invictus Games, which is going to be held there in 2025, it seems that the excitement is already starting to ramp up. And Harry himself knows that this is for such an honorable cause, himself having served as a former captain in the British Army. And he saw the need to found the International Adaptive Sports to bolster and rehabilitate wounded, injured, and sick service personnel. All the way back from 2014, and Prince Harry also said in a statement around the news, quote, "As Invictus Games continues to adapt and evolve, I'm extremely excited to announce that the Invictus Games Foundation has selected Canada to host the first ever Winter Hybrid Games in 2025, end quote. He also added, quote, "The Invictus Games Whistler Vancouver 2025 will offer a global platform to expand the range and profile of winter adaptive sports. With deep respect, I'm also pleased to share that the Games in Canada will be held in partnership with the First Nations in the spirit of truth and reconciliation with Indigenous communities," end quote. So that was what he added as well. So Canada, as we know, also holds a very special place to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It marked an important moment in their early facets of their relationship. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex famously made their debut as a couple at the 2017 Invictus Games in Toronto, where Meghan lived when she was filming Suits. Not only are Vancouver and Whistler close to Harry and Meghan, following their move to Montecito, but Vancouver is also a special spot for their family. Before stepping back from their royal roles in 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex spent their first holiday season as a family of 3 in 2019 with son Prince Archie on Vancouver Island. So we all know that special place in their hearts. Also, it's quite a tease that Meghan said they were hoping that their kids would be involved in the upcoming games. For Prince Archie, it will be a return for him. And if they do have Lilibet there, it will be her first time in Canada. So looking forward to this. Fantastic to see the reception in Canada for the Duke and Duchess. Those who were there online just took to their social media saying they were so surprised when they heard Prince Harry was there, and he is just so loved, great rapport with the crowds, and of course it's all for a great cause. So it was an incredible atmosphere at the games, and the Sussexes being there just heightened the sense of enjoyment and thrill for those who were there. And it was good to see that the Vancouver Canucks took to their social media and seemed to be following the Duke and Duchess throughout the game, not only from their arrival and interacting with the fans, but they posted quite a few interesting moments here. They posted about Prince Harry dropping the ceremonial puck before the kickoff with the players there. And they also posted this quite interesting moment from the game. And this was a post that was a standout for me as well. This moment where they posted and wrote, quote, 2 points and 2 new #Canucks fans tonight. And you see here Prince Harry and Meghan just completely absorbed in the moment and celebrating. Look at the energy of the Sussexes here. Prince Harry with that small dance and Meghan applauding. So fantastic energy there from the crowd and the Sussexes as Prince Harry stands up and does that little dance, and Meghan also stands up and applauds. Look at those genuine expressions of joy. They were so engrossed in the game, and they look like they're having so much fun celebrating that win as well. So great images of them throughout the game. They looked happy, relaxed. Here's one where Harry's hands are around Meghan's shoulders. Yeah, just relaxed and happy. So I also wanted to bring to your attention a post by the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler, who said, quote, "We are honored to host senior members of the Invictus Foundation, including Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex in Vancouver and Whistler this week, to visit venues as we focus on delivering the first ever winter sports program at the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler in 2025. They have some images they posted as well. They look like they were outdoors. Harry's bundled up. It seems quite cold. Look at them just having a good time checking out those venues. Here's Prince Harry looking at some gear and equipment. This looks like we'll be putting the winter in winter sports. It is quite cold. And I have to say this year, I'm going to be quite candid. For my African teams, for all the tropical countries, it looks like it's going to be quite the event for them as well. Share thoughts for those who are from the Southern Hemisphere who enjoy the tropical weather, how you feel your teams will fare. Will your countrymen be welcoming the icy cold of Vancouver Whistler for these games? Share your thoughts on that, on how you think your countrymen will take in all of this cold atmosphere that's going to be waiting for them. I had to add that in here. I know a lot of people don't like being cold, but it's going to be a new challenge for sure. An exciting one as well, as all the veterans who will be participating will be pushing themselves to new heights and challenging themselves in perhaps new ways than they've ever done before. So cannot wait to see the winter sporting events. So it's history making for sure, and we are just so excited to see Prince Harry on the ground, as they've said, focusing on delivering the first ever winter sports program. So it looks fantastic. I love this look on him. It reminds me of one of the first times he and Meghan started going out on their royal tours, and they just looked so good together, and it's seamless even till today. It really does reflect his changing style of fashion ever since being with Meghan. They both look so good together. Brings me back to that topic where a lot of news outlets, in covering the Duke of Sussex dropping the ceremonial puck, they kept drawing back that parallel to the Queen doing so. Prince Harry has continued on in the legacy of service, just as his grandmother did. It's not for show. It's not just going there to cut ribbons. You can see he's there, boots on the ground. Truly legacy that Prince Harry has here. One thing you've got to say about the Duke of Sussex here, he embodies the word legacy. And it is profound, incredible to see. If you go on social media, it will surprise you. Even the royal commentators as well and people in media are drawing that parallel between he and his grandmother, and I think that is just fantastic. So they did say service is universal, and it looks so good on him. And you have got to know right now the saying that people sometimes don't know what they have until they lose it. I think that for those who made their lives so difficult and ended up driving them away from their senior working royal roles, I think when they see this reception for Prince Harry there, people aren't booing him. I'm sure that there is an element of regret that sets in that camp that drove them away when they see how well they are doing overseas, so well received, not being booed by crowds, being welcomed, loved, greeted by the fans, and just living that life of service that is exemplified in the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II and now in him. So all that to say, Prince Harry and Meghan are truly the ones that got away. And remember, in the polls that were taken a couple of years ago, it did show that Prince Harry was the second most favorite royal after the Queen. And then after that, of course, we know that there was this tirade and campaign of negativity against them in the press. And for what? Because it never took. People still love and gravitate towards the Sussexes. And the Queen knew the value of the Sussexes in their midst. That is why, in my opinion, she directed their star power towards the Commonwealth countries, because, they knew they had this spark with young people and people in the UK and in the Commonwealth. So I know that those who in previous years had that exclusivity with the Sussexes were privy to everything they were going to do, had first dibs on all their images and all of that. They must be looking at all this with that sense of how could they have let them get away? Just look, they showed up here without anyone knowing. So it's all breaking news. All of the news outlets have first dibs on this, those who were there. And fans, anyone in the crowd as well, can have that first dibs on any new images of them. It makes you wonder how those who have been against the Sussexes are looking at all of this, how they are framing what is happening, and how much they have missed out on the Sussexes just being there in the fold. It does make one wonder. They must be looking at all of this effusive welcome that they receive wherever they go, and they're like, oh my gosh, I think some of them have a sense of regret about how they treated the Sussexes. So it's fantastic to see Harry here in the footsteps of his grandmother, carrying on that legacy. It's more than a title, it's just what is in him to serve. And he has not never forgotten about his fellow servicemen and women all over the world, those who are serving, those who have served, and he is putting them on the spotlight with the Invictus Games. Cannot wait! I want to share this with you. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me to thank here those who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Patricia Benjamin, thank you for your wonderful contributions to this channel and for being so supportive. I appreciate you and love you. Thank you. Thank you as well to Henrietta Palmer. I pray for God to bless you. I value you. Thank you for your generosity, your kindness, and for the ways that you've supported my work here. Thank you. Thank you as well to you, Bernadine Robinson. Thank you for all the ways you engage on this channel, for your comments, for going above and beyond in your giving towards my work. You're such a blessing. Thank you. And a very special thank you to those who gave through Super Thanks. Thank you to you. You go by the handle NuttyDoctor612. You have also been a longtime supporter of this channel. Thank you so much for always being a blessing and for your comments and your tremendous encouragement for my work here. Thank you. Thank you. A very special thank you as well to Alma Andrews. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving. I appreciate you. You have been so encouraging through your tremendous support, and I love you and I pray for God to bless you. Thank you as well to you, Black Pearl 1434. I appreciate you for giving through Super Thanks. It means so much to me, and I pray for God to bless you. I appreciate that giving. God bless. And a very special thank you to Dina Cardoso, who gave through PayPal. You've also been so supportive through YouTube. I truly appreciate your giving, your comments, and for choosing to accompany me here on this YouTube journey. I am so happy that you are in my life. God bless you. I love you. And also a very special thank you to those who gave through Super Chat. Thank you to Black Queen. And to you, I say thank you so much. Your support for this channel has been invaluable, and I truly appreciate how you support my work here. Your comments, for moderating as well, for your love. I want to say thank you and God bless. Once again, thank you to all who like, comment, and share. If you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and also follow this channel on Twitter or X for more informal posts. I love you all. Have a great day wherever you are, and keep it here for more. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.